Katowice. It's the best city in the world, at least as far as Counter-Strike in the winter goes, and has been for the last 9 years. We've been crowning Counter-Strike champions for as long as most FaZe Clan fans have been alive, and that means we've also crowned 8 different MVPs. It would be 9 if a certain player wasn't so good. 2014 was the first time we did this properly, though the winners in 2013 looked pretty familiar regardless. What was ESC in 2013 was Virtus Pro in 2014, and the trophy was in their remarkably strong arms. I'm not being weird, it's just a nice segue to the muscular man who— yeah, alright, I heard it as well. PaszaBiceps and Snacks teamed up to slap NIP down, but it was Mr. Biceps who took home the medal for his performance through the whole event. He was superb against LGB in the semi-final and put up decent numbers against LDLC as well. He always had a partner in crime, but he was the consistent factor in VP's run to the title. Then came the reign of Fnatic, and the jewel in their crown, Olofmeister. There's a lot that can be said about Olofmeister, but even more that can be shown. Remember that thing about how one player was just a bit too good? That player, as it so often was back then, was Olofmeister. He dominated in 2015 and swashbuckled his way to victory in the 2016 final.
Goes to plant the bomb. Now he's going to go for the no-scope because he can't commit too much. There he goes, he gets the first one. Now he has to plant this bomb here. Actually pulls the fake. The mind games and he wins it! Of course he does! It's
a shot on Dennis and Olive is miles away from this action. They don't have a smoke, so this orb is still— oh!
That leaves us in 2017. Well, I wish. Things were easier then. They weren't that easy for Astralis back then, we'll get there, but at this event they ground out a statement win. FaZe are running riot, but had a bit of a grand final problem. An affliction that sounded not too dissimilar to Astralis' choking problems from before, and it probably gave them immense satisfaction to ruin someone else's dreams. Zipex took the medal home to Denmark for, you guessed it, a whole bunch of clutches. Truthfully, it could have been any of them, like with most of Astralis' wins. Still, it's a great excuse to watch Zipex clutch. Olofmeister might have taken the title in Fnatic's wins way back when, so Flusha decided to enact revenge. The only way he knows how. Outthinking and outdueling you with the smuggest smile known to man. I hate him but respect him in equal measure. Wish your FaZe felt the exact same that day. Flusha was completely untouchable in the grand final, and he wasn't bad in the semi-final either. While we're at it, let's watch the other ridiculous clutch from the same map of the same grand final. In 2019, it was a bit easier for Astralis than last time around. Everything was easy for them in 2019, in fairness. Much like in 2017, any one of them could have taken the MVP. Astralis were absolutely rampant, smacking NIP in the quarters, MIBR in the semis and ENT in the grand final, without dropping a map. Magisk had upgraded from a Magisk boy to a whole magician by then. He was a key part of the Astralis machine, and while any of them could have won it, Magisk was absurd. There's a reason he's sometimes nicknamed the War. If it was a case where anyone on the team could have won it on Astralis in 2019, there was no doubt who it was in 2020. Boomich might have been the highest rated player in a complete disembowelment of G2, but the omnipotent Simple wasn't far behind, and without him there might not have been a grand final. 2019's winners Astralis got tonked by Simple in the semi-finals, and G2 got smacked by everyone on the team, as is tradition. Alright, I made a joke about wanting to go back to 2017 earlier, but let's all agree to not go back to 2020. No comment on Gambit's victory, but I just got quite ill that year. It did help some people out though. It gave rise to Shiro's career, for example. It was perfect timing in some twisted way. It was the year of the CIS region dominating, but Gambit were a class above. It was incredible to watch, and the birthing of a true superstar. Shiro matched the record for most clutches in any big event, and was phenomenal in the G2, Heroic and Na'Vi series.
got to get there. It's a 10-second defuse. Sees his man, takes out the first. He's back from four. Lands it.
And last year, you might remember Rops' crazy ace from the grand final. But he wasn't even the clutcher who took home the medal. Similarly to Shiro, Broky won a whole load of clutches with the big green gun and was the key member in both the quarter and semi-final as FaZe romped to the grand final. You'll never guess who lost 0-3 in the grand final again. Broky had always been a player with the potential to be special, but this was the moment he became a genuine star. He's not really stopped since either. Having him and Rops on the same team's kinda unfair. No wonder G2 couldn't even take him out. And this year's MVP? Contrary to popular belief, the script hasn't been written yet. Let us know your mad theories. Maybe I'll steal one for the playoff script.